Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and this cute octopus is the new pattern in the Funny Faces Quilt Block of the Month Club. When I say new, it is September 1st, 2022, and this pattern just released today to club members. So if you're in the club, you should already have gotten an email with a link to download it, or you'll find it in your downloads library. If you're not in the club yet and you join any time in the month of September 2022, this is the pattern that you're going to get instant access. If you're not in the club and you're watching this video much later than September 2022, this will be in the shop at shinyhappyworld.com sometime at the end of October, usually the last week of the month following the month that it's in the club. So here's how to make it. Okay, here we are, ready to assemble. This is really the simplest pattern ever. It is just 3 pieces. I'm not going to peel the back off because I'm going to use these same pieces for a separate one, a separate video where I'm showing you how to do this with a light box. Although really this octopus is so simple, you don't even need a light box. What you will need to do, the only thing that you'll need to do is to transfer these dotted lines that show the placement of the eyes and the mouth onto the fabric side of your piece. And to do that, I just use a regular Sharpie fine tip pen. It's not erasable, but that doesn't matter because you're going to cover those eyes with black applique eyes so they won't show through, and you're going to stitch right over that mouth with black thread. And so if a little bit of the pen shows in between the stitches or anything like that, it really doesn't matter. So this one is just, I can't believe I'm even doing a video for it. You just put the octopus down in the middle of the block. Obviously, you would peel the paper off the back, and then you're just going to put the eyes to cover the 2 eyes, and that's it. Take it, fuse it, do all of the outline stitching. Now the outlining is going to be time consuming to go around all of those tentacles, and then the eyes are fairly small, but still totally doable. If you don't want to do applique for the eyes, the pattern has a link to all kinds of different tutorials showing you different ways that you can do the eyes that do not require outlining. There's a link to my favorite fabric paints, a link to my favorite fabric markers, a tutorial for embroidery, all kinds of different options. So that's it. Simple as that. Okay, here he is, this octopus all finished. I did all of the outline stitching, which was actually the most difficult part of this block. And it's not even that it was difficult, it was just time consuming to stitch around all of those tentacles. And I made it a little harder on myself because I like to have the outlining have like a little bit of a sketchy look, like I just drew it in my sketchbook. So I go around all the pieces 3 times. So that took a little while to do for all of the different color versions that I did. So speaking of color versions, I always get questions about what fabrics I used and what colors. So this fabric that I used for the octopus body is from the Farmer's Market Blenders collection. This is specifically called Spilled Cereal, this print. And I thought that those big fat O's just worked really well because they suggest both the tentacles, the suckers on the tentacles, and also a lot of octopuses have spots or bumps or things, that texture kind of look to the whatever the top part of their head is called, I guess the head of the octopus. So this is Farmer's Market Spilled Cereal, and the color is blueberry. That's how you know it's in the Farmer's Market collection. It's got a fruit or vegetable name. And the background block is one of the pre-printed quilt blocks that I have. So these quilt lines were actually printed on the fabric. This is from the Animal Kingdom collection. So here's another version. So in this one, the octopus is from the Animal Kingdom collection. So this is the Animal Kingdom Blenders Spilled Cereal. And this color, I think, is the elephant. I have a few different shades of gray, and I think this is the elephant shade. The background block is also a pre-printed quilt block, and this is from the Light Gemstones collection. And then I've got another gemstone. This one is all gemstones. So the background block is also from the Light Gemstones pre-printed quilt blocks, and the octopus on this one is from the Gemstones blender, and this color is ruby for the Spilled Cereal. And I've got one more. So this is the only one that I did that didn't use spilled cereal. Instead, this uses a smaller polka dot, a more subtle speckle. This is also from the Farmer's Market blenders. This is the cantaloupe color. And then the background block, instead of using the pre-printed quilt blocks, this one I used one that doesn't have the quilting lines printed on it, but it does have an overall print. This is from the Leafy Greens and Cool Blues collection. So the Cool Blues are all different shades of this blueberry. It's the same blueberry that's in the Farmer's Market collection, but it's all different shades of that same blueberry with lots of different prints. So they all look good all together. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of other sea creatures with those blues in the background. So that is how you do the octopus block, how you make the octopus applique block. Again, this is the September 2022 pattern in the Funny Faces Quilt Block of the Month Club. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and I'll see you next time.